So, sir, in homeopathy, we have a very specific treatment for these epidemic diseases. So, if you could tell our viewers about that.
Yeah, this is a very interesting question, I will tell you, doctor. See, the homeopathic medicines are basically working on the principle of what I can say the vaccination principles.
Right.
We give the medicine on the basis of signs and symptoms, symptomatology, and in toto. In the homeopathic language, the totality of symptoms.
Right.
Means what are all the manifestations are there.
Right.
On that we decide the medicine.
Right.
A very interesting thing that I could able to share with you the history,
Right.
how the homeopathy started with this. Maybe in the 1815, but many persons they were suffering from cholera and cholera-like manifestations.
Right.
And that was labeled as Asian cholera.
Right.
Because in Asian countries first it has seen, then later it has spread to the China as well as Russia, and all these things. During that time, homeopathic founder Hahnemann was very famous in giving the medicines for such diseases.
Right.
That is actually came to know to the Russian physician. Then he actually requested him, why don't you treat these cholera patients with the homeopathic medicines? In the 1815, you just remember the way back. Then he started giving the medicine and it was so effective. See, the more than 60 to 66% of the population, they have benefited with these homeopathic medicines. Especially where the medicines like a camphor and veratrum album and carboveg, arsenic album, like the group of medicines which was indicated accordingly and that has been helped. Then the same thing in the 1850, where the history repeats, you can say, 1850, again the cholera spread was there.
Right.
Cholera was the deadly disease even in India. We have seen, still it is coming. Maybe we are labeling in a different way, where the Indian National Disease Control Body, see, they are labeling now gastroenteritis, because earlier they were in the impression that cholera was the disease and only the one causative organism is that is Vibrio cholera.
Right.
But now they thought that it is not only the Vibrio cholera, there are so many other organisms also responsible for the disease. With that context, they started telling that it is a gastroenteritis. Maybe the varied causes with different manifestations. And in 1850 again, where they approached, then what happened in the 1850, it was in America.
Right.
United States of America, where Illinois and so many other places, it was rampant. Many persons, they died also. Then again they approached the homeopathy. Then in the UK, European countries as well as in America, homeopathy was very flourishing. Then that was advantage. Again they treated this patient and it became very effective. That's why say it is a very effective in the epidemic diseases. Even latest we have seen in the cases of chikungunya as well as encephalitis B, it has been treated. For Japanese B encephalitis, we have treated the patient with the medicines like where belladonna, cuprum-met, all such medicines were very effective. Gelsemium. See, these are the medicines have been given as a therapeutic medicine as well as preventive medicine.
Yes.
So both it has worked very well.
Right. So, sir, this entire concept Dr. Hahnemann has put together. So, how exactly, what is our homeopathic approach? Like, how exactly do we prescribe medicines in the case of these epidemics?
Yeah, see, very interestingly, then only found out the epidemic disease or these contagious diseases which spreads in the population, where the many persons are affected with the same type of signs and symptoms, and with the single cause. See, all these things he identified. Then it is very easy to identify a remedy. And what we could able to make out, take the history from the different individuals. For example, you are taking from 100 patients, the signs and symptoms or what is their nature of suffering, each and everything. Then identify the remedy. Out of 100, majority of the times we get out of 100, around 80 to 90 patients get the same remedy.